It's yet another bank holiday. Good morning, gang. Welcome along. It's Bank Holiday Monday, the 25th of May, 2020. Welcome along to this morning's Bank Holiday Chat Show, boys and girls. Don't suppose anyone will be up this early. They seem to be getting earlier. Have we noticed we keep shifting time? Sometimes it's very earlier, sometimes it's a bit later. You never know what time this show's going to appear. The sun is already out, looking rather wonderful out there, and I'm looking forward to going on my little bicycle later on and cycling down to the delivery office to chuck out of my little bike bag all your things that you won last night, going all over the world. I think it was one or two things going to America. I was just waiting for, I think she's probably replied now. She didn't put what's it? They don't call it postcode in America. Zip code, that's it. They call it the zip code in America, don't they? So I've got those little bits and pieces to do, as well as the raffle prize, whoever's going to win the raffle later. Who's going to win the raffle today? Someone will win, live and exclusively on this programme today, a United Kingdom Talk fridge magnet. You lucky things. Let's see who's with us nice and early today. Jason Hughes, morning. Mandy Davenport, hello. She is in charge, of course, of pain and suffering on this channel, at which point there's usually a little noise. Unfortunately, I haven't yet loaded up the music thing, so I can't do that. Morning to Mr. Sprintervan. Morning to you, Daniel Holmes, Rachel, Wonder Woman, la da 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 da. Endless amusing TikTok videos from the delightful Rachel. Diane Jeb, good morning to you. Hello to Claire. Morning, Claire. You'll probably noticed hardly any Lily Beetles now, Claire. I'm pleased to announce I haven't seen any for quite some days now. I think they've given up. Good. Bye-bye, Lily Beetles. Bye-bye. By the way, ladies, a little bit later on during the show today, we're going to be talking about knickers. We will be talking about knickers a little later on. See, we've got something for everyone, like a special dedicated women's section today. Aren't you excited by that? Of course, I'm excited by that. Mick Davenport's very excited when we're talking about knickers. I'll tell you that now. Morning to Andy. Michael Palman, greetings to you, sir. Did I do your raffle ticket, Michael? I'm sure I did, didn't I? Let me have a little quick... Oh, yes, there it is. Thank you, Michael. Is that everyone? That's everyone in the house. Oh, there's Shania. Good morning. Head of Catholic Church on the Isle of Wight. Thank you, Claire. Yep, the hair's been cut. I'm very pleased about that. I did this Saturday afternoon. Saturday afternoon I did that. It's surprising how much hair grows. I mean, I do this every 2 weeks, right? And I still don't like doing it, but I've got to be honest, I think it's getting easier now. It does seem to be getting easier now, although Facebook have made it more difficult. Now, you're probably wondering, how has Facebook made your hair cutting more difficult? Well, the first time, as you know, I used a couple of mirrors. Very difficult, because you keep moving your head, and I just can't, you're trying to look at the mirror like that, and no, it's not quite in the right place. Very difficult. So, on I think the third haircut, I had this idea of getting my little mini iPad, okay? Getting my mobile phone, right? So I do the front of it with my mini iPad in front of me as a mirror, okay? No problem at all. It's the back and the sides that are the problem. You miss bits. Now, as you can see, would you like a twirl? Do you want me to do a twirl? You'd like me to do a twirl, just in case those of you that like to check and point out the wrong things on the show, rather than sit there and enjoy it. You love this bit, don't you? So have a good look and feel free to point anything out you want. What you could do in future, those of you that like, instead of wasting your time on the chat box, where you'll notice probably no one ever replies to your silly comments, but when you could write an email with all the things that are wrong in the show, right? And what I could do, because sometimes I run out of toilet paper. I do. Even though I buy 100 odd toilet rolls at a time, sometimes I run out. Now, if you was to send me, kind out of the kindness of your hearts, of course, an email listing all the things that are wrong with today's show, you could send that in and I could just leave it in a folder there for when I need it. And then when I run out of toilet paper, I could push a button, print the email off, and then use that. All right? Now, so I had a phone behind me like this, and Facebook Live as one of the options, it said you can you can Facebook Live and only you can see the video, right? Okay, so I put it behind me twice. I think I did this like that, and I could see. I went Facebook Live on my mini iPad. There's a bit of a delay, but that's okay. On my mini iPad, I'm looking at the back of my head, and then I move the camera around there. I move the camera around there to see if I've done the bit above the ears. It's all gone. It's all gone. Okay, and then I twirl. Da, da, da. There you go, Claire. How's that, my love? Then I twirl, and then you can see. Well, I went Saturday to do my hair. You can't just do it to yourself anywhere. The options were friends, public, and friends accept. And then you've got this great long list of people. Well, I'm not going to sit there putting loads of dots in boxes, am I? I thought, I can't be bothered with this. So I just clicked it to friends and I thought, no one would be interested in that. People sit there and watch you cut your hair. Isn't that the weirdest thing ever? They're so bored in their sad, lonely, pathetic lives that they want to sit there and watch you cut your hair. I don't get it. Are these the same sort of people that watch Gemma Collins and that on the telly? Is that what it is? Why, oh why, would you want to see someone cutting their hair? I don't get it. And of course, while you're cutting the hair, sending me messages like I've got time to reply to messages while I'm cutting my hair. Don't think so. Very, 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 very strange and mysterious people are. Very, very strange and mysterious. Mandy, I've got it ready now, darling. I wouldn't want you to miss out on a whip, my darling. Okay. Morning, Diane Jeb. I had an email rush into the show, boys and girls. Actually, a couple of days ago. I must read it out nice and early. And it comes from the delightful Mari, who's sometimes with us live. Sometimes she's with us a little bit later. She says, "Hi, Chris. Having heard your thoughts about getting a refund from Ticketmaster for the Barry Manilow concert, which I was going to do, I've got 2 tickets for Barry Manilow. And they were for, I think they were for this week or next week. It was either this week or next week. Of course, they've pushed the show back, but only till August, which I think is a little bit too early for me to be going in large venues full of hundreds of people, thousands of people. Actually, I'm not keen, so I was going to get a refund or try and get a refund. So you go on the Ticketmaster website and it offers you a voucher for tickets to any other concert. Well, I don't want that. Why would I want that? I only ever go and see Barry Manilow. That's the only concert I ever see. So I don't really want the refund. I don't really want more tickets. But that was the only option there. And speaking to my mate, he said, no, you'll have to ring them up. You'll have to ring them up and tell them you are apparently entitled to a refund. I'm not 100% sure on that. Anyway, Mari writes, having heard your thoughts about getting a refund from Ticketmaster for the Barry concert you've booked, I just wanted to say I feel exactly the same as you about not wanting to take the risk. From the messages I have read online, there are a lot of people who think August, September is too soon, and they are hoping the concerts will be rescheduled again for next year. Now, next year, yeah, I would probably be all right with that. I think it's quite possible the big arenas will not be able to open as soon as August, so before I request a refund, I'd hang on and see if things change as the date gets closer. If the concerts go ahead in August, September, not only will there be unacceptable risk to the large amounts of people attending, but the artists and crew will also be at risk, particularly Barry in his mid-70s with an underlying health condition. He's got AFib. I think that's a heart thing, isn't it? Like you, I'm not prepared to put myself at risk, and I could stand to lose a lot of money because I've booked 3 concerts. I'm hoping and praying Barry concerts will be moved to 2021. Good luck if you decide to go ahead with the refund. And that's from young Mari. And actually, she's got a point there. She's got a point there. And I'm not quite sure what to do now, whether to just leave it and see what happens, or do we find that there is some sort of cut-off date? Well, as I say, I've already been on the Ticketmaster site, and it said the only option there is to get a voucher of some sort for any other concert that they ticket. You know? but I'm sure you're allowed to get your money back, or you probably have to do it on the phone. It's like so many things now. You know, you can't cancel online. I mean, you can sign up to everything online, can't you? But to cancel, oh no, you'll have to make a phone call. You know, your mobile broadband or mobile phone, people like that, anyone like that. You know, like for example, I'm with the 3 network. I've heard some horror stories about people trying to leave them. It happened to me once, about 15, 20 years ago now. I was with them. That it was abysmal. The network was abysmal. And I swore I'd never go back to them again. Trying to leave them was a nightmare. An absolute nightmare it was. But I got it in the end. And then I start getting bills that, why am I still getting these bills like this? You know, it's a bit like that now. I'm with the 3 network now. And 20 years down the line, the network is very good. Actually, I don't think the phone, I think in the, 4 years I've had it now, I think I've been with 3 about 4 years, the actual phone itself has stopped. Well, I don't have a 3 phone. I tend to buy a phone outright and have it for years and years. This is coming on 3 years old now, this iPhone. Yeah, so I don't have to deal with that. It's only like a network problem. And yeah, the network's gone down twice, hasn't it? In like 4 years. So that's not too bad, is it? You know, you just, all these people that expect things to work endlessly. No, it's not going to happen. Anything can go wrong at any time, including my computer, which you heard about last night. I'll just touch on that in a little bit later on, boys and girls. Peter, good morning, Peter Paliwoda. Haircut, I'm glad you like it. Watch Scrap It Man having his haircut. Yes, that's my nephew, Scrap It Man. Did you know that, Peter? That's my nephew, Gary Butler, who went camping last night. My nephew went camping with his 2 little children yesterday. Harry, who's 7, and Evie, who's 8. They went camping last night. He set up his tent in the back garden about 12 inches from his house. And the tent itself was under a gazebo, right? Not only that, his wife is in the house. He's with the 2 children in the tent, and they got walkie-talkies. And I gave him a FaceTime as soon as I finished the show last night. We talk every night actually on a FaceTime, myself and my nephew, and sometimes the children if they're still up. And he picked up this walkie-talkie, and he ordered 2 hot water bottles, and his wife comes running out with these hot water bottles, like she's some sort of slave. Outrageous, just sitting there laughing. Yeah, anything they want, they just pick up the walkie-talkie. I said, could you bring us some hot water bottles? They got hot water bottles in this weather. It wasn't exactly cold last night, was it? Anyway, that was my nephew and his camping. I used to love camping in the Scouts. Yeah, I think when you look, as you get older and you look back on things, you appreciate them more now than you did at the time, you know. I always hated leaving my mum. Really, my mum and my dad, and hated going away and not seeing them for a while. But it was all right. It was all right, you know. Let's have a look. Anyone saying anything? Morning, Daniel Woodhouse. I'm not going to complain, but as I suggested, can we have the show scheduled about 20 minutes before it starts as opposed to 5? Would that be a useful thing then, Daniel? Would you want that little thing up? You know, that says today's show starts at, say it was going to start at 9 o'clock, right? Do you want that little thing up at sort of 8:30 or 29? That's doable. Is that helpful to anyone at all or not? I did have the privacy things incorrectly set today on the Facebook, which I must redo actually, because you have to reset that on the. Oh, actually, I could do it on here also. Reset public. There we are. I had it set to friends only this morning for some reason. I think. Oh, that would be when I was doing my haircut. You see, blooming pain. That was there. Rachel, they probably wanted to see if you end up cutting your head off. I think, is that what it is? Just think, no more talking without my head. Yes, dear. Oh God, don't upset the religious extremists. I don't want to lose my head. Thank you very much. Where are we now? Andy, can I send you a letter printed on toilet paper? If there's any faults, although Chris watched you close on 4 years and no complaints so far. Thank you, Andy. Very nice to you. Very nice of you, sir. There we are. Okay, So where are we now? Let's refer to my list of chats to talk about. We've got the raffle later on, of course, as I've mentioned out already. Mari's email. Saturday, after the show Saturday, I went out on my bike over the forest for the first time in years. Because for years you haven't been allowed to cycle over the forest. You used to be able to. You used to go down to this place called the bike, the bike hub, I think it is. Because just on the edge of the forest, down the road a bit, is like a little place where you can, well, not at the moment. You could buy a cup of tea, a cake and some biscuits or something. There was a little shop. It's called the Lookout. That's what it's called, the Lookout. A little shop where you buy. I don't know, cards and homemade things and souvenirs, that sort of thing. Reasonable sized car park, and that's where you would buy a license, an annual license, because it's Crown Estate. You see, the forest, Swinley Forest, is Crown Estate. I think that's owned by the Queen or something like that. I haven't seen her over there. Maybe she's going over there picking up rubbish. I don't know. She's very, very busy, the Queen. Very, very busy, dear. And she's been doing something herself recently, which we will come to on this show, exclusively revealed on this show. You wouldn't have heard this on Talk Radio or LBC or BBC Breakfast this morning. No. Why wouldn't you have heard it? On and on about Dominic Cummings still. Give it a rest. Jeez. On and on and on. Give us something new, please. Sick to death of them finding a story and going on and on about it. I'm so glad that I don't seem to go on and on about anything, do I? Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that? So where was I now? Yeah, so you used to go to this little bike hub and you would buy an annual license, which was about 12 quid or something silly like that. But nevertheless, and it was like a wrist thing. And you put it round your bike, your bike frame, and just clip it together, and that's it. That's all you need for the year. So I used to buy one of those every year. But they stopped the cycling over there. I think the cyclists were becoming a pain. I think that's what it was. And there was a couple of times I went over there and there were bike races going on. It was a nightmare. These cyclists come flying to you. We're not talking about the general, person who might be over there for a little bit of fun for an hour a day. Oh, no. You know the sort. The ones in the lycra and the hats and the glasses who are bent over like that on their little things with the handlebars like that. Absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. And I think there was a lot of complaints about them, and that's why they stopped it. And as soon as I knew that, of course, I stopped going over there as well, and took up the walking instead, which is nice. I like to walk over there. I'd heard that they'd reopened the bike place, so. I think it was Friday. I walked down there to the bike hub to see if it was open. I didn't have to go there because there was a bloke on the gate. You know where the car park is? Because, of course, the car park's closed at the moment. Can't use the car park. So he's standing at the barrier turning people round. I said, is it all right to cycle over here? That's right, sir. Yes, since last night we've reopened all the cycleways over there. The cycle, it's like an assault course, but for bikes. And I think there's 3 or 4 of them. You've got a green one, a blue one, a red one, and a black one, depending on your level of ability. So I said, okay. I said, is it just the bike trails that we can use, or can you practically go anywhere over there? He said, no, you can go anywhere over there. Just stick to the main paths. Because over the forest, they have some big wide paths. And they have some little ones that go in between the trees. I think you're supposed to stick to the big wide ones as much as you can. And bear in mind, I'm not tearing through there at 200 mile an hour like the professional cyclists are. It's a complete and utter pain. They really are. And they don't stop. Oh, no, they don't stop for you. Okay? It's only normal people like me, just going over there for an hour or so, quietly pedalling away, trouble getting up all the hills. We're okay. So they've recently opened it. And it's nice. So Saturday, I took the opportunity of going up there and I crossed over the road and off I went. And of course, on a bike, you can travel so much further, so much further than just walking along. And I covered quite a large distance. I don't know what distance I covered because I've got this app on here which measures steps and distance like that. But on the bike, it doesn't accumulate. It seems to only do that if you're walking. Maybe it's the way, as you walk, perhaps there's a little thing that goes up and down like that and puts the steps up. I don't know how that works. But it doesn't work with bikes. So I'd like to have known how far I covered on Saturday. But nevertheless, I mean, that's how it is. And, I just cycled a good distance. There was a couple of hills. There's a military place. So kind of within the forest. Well, I don't know if it's within the forest. At the edge of the public bit, there's this like mesh fence, and there's signs all along the fence. Keep out military practice area. And there's other signs. If you see anything on the ground that looks suspicious, do not touch it. So I don't know. That might be. Perhaps they practice with grenades and they chuck them at each other. So I hung around the military area to see if I could see any of the boys at all. Very disappointing. Not a single one. Excuse me. There's a suspicious man outside looking for our fence. Is he a religious extremist? No, I'm just looking at the lads. Thank you very much. So I cycled. I thought I might be able to cycle right around it like it's a square. No, I was wrong there. And I came across this hill which went like that. Like that. I'm a bit of a cautious cyclist. Not like a child looking for the steepest hill. I mean, no doubt great-nephew Harry and great-nephew George will soon be looking for these hills that are like that, to go down them as quickly as possible. I think as you get older, you don't want to take that risk anymore. So I saw this hill, but I didn't see the speed that I could go at going down. I saw the difficulty I would have trying to get back up it the other way if I had to come back round. But nevertheless, I went down this hill with my sort of brakes touching like that, not too fast, and along, and right the way round, and it kind of came to an end, and there was like a gate. So you could go off to the right. So I went off to the right, and that was a really narrow bit between the mesh fence and the, I think it's gorse, that prickly stuff, the gorse, which was on the right. So I'm going along there, and there was a family of 3 coming down. And then I came across this hill, which was going the other way. I thought, God. Anyway, I'll try, So I'm cycling up this thing. Oh, God. No, I had to get off. The other problem is, of course, it's not tarmac. It's like dirt and stones. So on a really steep hill, your back wheel starts slipping. It starts going round and you kind of fall back a little bit. So I had to get off the bike and I pushed it up this hill, just like on the Hovis advert. The Hovis advert. Da, 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 da. That one, but without the loaf of bread. There wasn't any bread anywhere. Just me, the bike, and this gravelly dirt path. I've pushed this up this hill. Because now I've come round like this. So when I got to the fence, I've come like that, like that, like that, and I'm now going like that, right? And I thought, well, if I just keep going, eventually I'll come round in a square. I'll come back the other way. I have to tell you, one of the worst things about me is that I have absolutely no sense of direction. No sense of direction at all. Unlike my father, we could be going to the seaside, which we would have done today, being a bank holiday. We would have gone to the seaside, probably Bracklesham Bay or Bognor Regis, somewhere like that. He would have, before sat-navs, of course, 1970s, he would have many routes mapped out in his head already before he even left. He'd sit there with a map working it all out. I can't do that. No sense of direction. But I thought if I just carry on round, eventually it'd just go in a big square and I'll end up back where I was. Pushing it up this hill. Got to the top of the hill. Right. Jumped. It was good exercise. Good exercise. That's what makes me not buy an electric bike. Or at least I haven't done so far. Because I know I would have got to that hill and have thought, oh, sod this, and pushed the button. Well, then you've defeated the object of having a bike in the first place, I think. I really do. The very fact that I wasn't cycling is neither here nor there. I still got off the thing and pushed it up, heart banging away like boom, 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 like that. So it's got to be good, isn't it? That's why I don't get an electric bike. I do feel, it might be a while before I push the button, but once I've pushed this button once and thought, my God, that's easy, then you just keep doing it. You defeated the whole object of having a bike. No exercise. You're just sitting on there, letting the battery do all the work. Anyway, so I got to the top, jumped back on the bike, and I'm cycling along. And there was a little family of, there was a little boy, and there was a little girl, and his mum and dad. They were walking down the other way. They saw me and immediately moved to the right, which was all right. I would have done the same for them. And as I got there, I said, thanks ever so much. And as I started, I said, excuse me, up here, does it go round to the left? I'm trying to kind of do a square now. She said, no, it goes to Sandhurst. Oh, right. I said, because I joined it up there. I thought it might go right round in a square. She said, no, it doesn't. It stops at Sandhurst. So I thought, oh, okay. So now they're going down the hill. I said, I better turn around then. They've already gone. They're starting to go down the hill. So, of course, they're now in the way. And I thought to myself, well, they've already moved out the way once. You know, let's give them a moment or two. So I just kind of sat up there looking around for about 2 minutes. And then by then I looked and they moved fairly quickly. So then I went hurtling down this hill, I must say. Not too fast. And that was all right. Carried on going back the way I came. And then I came to that hill that I'd just come down and off. But I think I managed to get up it this time. I managed to actually cycle up this hill this time. So that wasn't too bad. What's going on there? Oh, it's my weekly report. Just flying into my telephone there. And got back home, and I suppose I was out about an hour and 20 minutes, something like that. So a lovely time, really. And it's very different, of course, going on the bike. I don't think you see as much. You know, it's a bit like being in a car and being the driver or the passenger. If you're the driver, I don't think you really see much that's around you other than directly in front of you, looking for cars all the time. When you're a passenger, you can look out the window and see all the beautiful scenery, especially going through somewhere like Yorkshire. So nice there. Just such a beautiful place. Yorkshire or someone like that. And similarly on the bike, you're kind of looking in front of you, looking especially over somewhere like the forest, looking like a route that might be sticking up, or there's plenty of holes in the path over there. You're looking for that rather than looking at the tree and all the beautiful scenery around you, you know? And that's just how it is, really. Good, so that was my cycling on Saturday, and I shall certainly go over there again. I'm going on my bike today down to the delivery office. I'll have a little bit of a ride round there and back again just to put your posts and for those of you that have won prizes yesterday. And, of course, someone who's going to win the raffle a little bit later on the show today. I hope you've been keeping a note of your little raffle numbers. All right, we'll do that very soon, gang. Came back here, had some lunch, and then had a little bit of a sleep. And then Saturday night, I woke up and I watched Casualty was on Saturday night. Nice to see that back. I didn't know the little nurse was, the little chubby nurse. She's deaf, isn't she? Ever such a pleasant girl. Lovely, I like her character. The little nurse on Casualty, apparently either deaf or partially deaf. She was doing all the sign language, which I think is amazingly clever. My nephew's wife does that, Stacey. She does sign language, and she's been teaching a little girl to do it as well. Oh, I've got a couple of pictures to show you as well, by the way, today, gang. Actually, there's quite a lot of things here to show you that have come in over the last couple of days that we can't do on the bingo. We got something from Shania, something from Mick Davenport, something from John and Matt, and something from Paul Petty, all right, which have come in on the show. We need 15, let's be kind today, 15 likes to show you those things, all right? So hit the like button, I'll bring up the photos. If you don't hit the like, if we don't get enough likes, I'll hold it over until tomorrow morning's show, and we'll try again then. Okay, so 15 likes, and I've got quite a lot of little pictures and things to show you. 15 likes, please. Hit the thumbs up button under there, and I'll be very happy to do that for you. Okay, right. And then also Saturday night, I think before Casualty, I oiled my wooden chairs downstairs that I have now fixed with screws in and everything. I went mad. I put screws in and everything now. Solid as a rock. Yes, they're very good. I love the smell of that wood oil, don't you? Anyone oil their furniture? It's my sister that told me to do it. I think it was Danish oil I bought from Amazon. And you put it on like a little cloth and you literally just rub it in. I haven't done that for years. Gosh, I mean, it was just sinking into the wood. It really was. A little bit like moisturiser would probably sink into my face because that's never been done. I know a lot of the ladies and some of the blokes as well do moisturiser. I don't really do it or anything like that. I just seem to be naturally young looking all of the time. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed if you look back at my shows, I seem to look younger as the time goes on. Isn't that funny? Don't know why that would be. So that's it. I've been oiling the chairs. I love the smell. That smell of the oil. Wood oil. Or teak oil. I think my sister uses teak oil. Nice. I couldn't get the screw in at first, so I did DIY. DIY. Chris is in the house, so I got a smaller drill than the screw, and I made a hole, and then the screw went in much easier. I have learnt that recently. I have learnt that today, Sunday. I learnt that on Sunday. Sunday morning, of course. I came in here, if you were watching the bingo last night, which went really well, funnily enough. I was really concerned about the bingo last night because I had a bit of a problem with the computer. I did talk about it last night. I accidentally somehow deleted a file, okay, which seems to have been a system file and stopped all the bingo tickets going out. And, oh, God, I was in here between about 8 a.m. and 2 p.m., with an hour's break for church, trying to sort it out. And I thought, and I got so close to the point of giving up, really. But we persevered, and we got there in the end with people's help on Facebook as well, I have to say, which I'm very grateful for. Lots of people were sending emails about why they got 2 bingo tickets, because that went a bit wrong as well. And there were just so many emails and messages that I just couldn't cope. Couldn't answer them. I thought, well, they'll all be tuning in tonight, so just tell them what went wrong then. So that's what I did. So if you want to find out about that last night and you weren't with us last night, just pop back on the YouTube and look for the show dated Sunday, the 24th of May, 2020, and it says bingo at the beginning, and that will show you there. Okay, but we did get it going in the end, and the funny thing is, it actually worked better than it has done for some time. No emails were returned to me, and it worked perfectly. In fact, the emails that came out even looked better than they did, because that's another technical issue. There were 2 programs that were working with the emails. Now we're only on the main program, and that sends out the emails, and it sends it more like a bingo ticket. They're not. The numbers are not actually in order. That is a little thing. But they're all there, and it looked more like a bingo ticket. No, it didn't look like a bingo ticket. It looked more like a bingo ticket, if you see what I mean. So I was quite pleased with that, and it worked really well. And we had a great night last night. I think there was one person didn't turn up. Good morning to Gary. Morning, Gary. He's just. Have you just woken up? Gary's in. Are you still in the tent, Gary? Are you still in the tent? Gary Butler and the kids, they're in the tent at the moment, and it did work better than it did normally. So that's how it is now. So I was quite pleased about that. Who won the? I know our friend in America. She won a pen. I can't remember who won what last night. Oh, Stephen Petty won twice last night, and he won the main prize. And he's chosen one of our delightful new mugs. He won one of these on the bingo last night. It says, I'm a Chris Reardon winner. The only way you can win one of these is either at the bingo or at the super draw once a month, or you can wear it at the win them at the Super Chatters raffle that we do every Thursday. So if you don't know about that, the Super Chatters raffle, every time you send me a little tip, then I thank you by giving you, free of charge, a pink raffle ticket. It goes into this jar here, and we do a Super Chatter raffle now every Thursday morning somewhere in the show on Thursday. All right, so we got going in the end. There was actually an alternative plan. We still could have done the bingo yesterday in a sort of not so good way, and it would have meant that you wouldn't have been able to see the grid up in front of you. And that's probably about it. You just wouldn't have seen the grid up in front of you, because I could have done the bingo on another machine. And I thought, if you can't get this going on the main machine, on the main broadcast machine, you would be able to do it on the other machine, but you wouldn't be able to see the grid. And but at least we would have been able to do it. No doubt the usual suspects would have been there saying, "Oh, well, if we can't see the grid, it must be fixed." Well, I mean, if you think it's fixed, don't play. It's as simple as that. I don't need to explain how these things are not fixed. You know, if you really thought it wasn't fixed, you wouldn't be playing. So I kind of ignore those comments because they're just stupid. Couldn't broadcast the mass yesterday either. unfortunately. That's because the broadcast computer was running all sorts of scans and trying to find out what the problem was. And there we are. So that's my days, my day in the last couple of days there. Let's have a look. Jason, poor Adam missed out due to lagging behind. He must pay more attention. You're right, Jason. Which is a shame, really. And that was a shame, because Adam is a very, very good friend. Adam, the plumber, I don't know if he's with us this morning. Not sure if he's with us this morning. I have to tell you, I hope he's not with us, because I don't want him to be this. But Adam is one of my most trusted people in the world. Absolutely. Adam is one of my most we're not close, as in, on the phone every 5 minutes, but he is absolutely one of my most trusted friends. If I had to sign one of them bits of paper, if I've got really ill or something, so that someone had to run everything, he'd be in the running with that. He'd be in the running with it. He really is one of my most trusted people. Gav's out and about. Good morning, Gav. Let's have a look. Peter oils his knees. We found out Peter last night, fascinatingly, used to run pubs. I had no idea he did that. He used to run pubs in London. He oils his knees. I think I need to do that as well, Peter. I think as you get older, I'm 57 now, and I do have a problem occasionally with my knees. Usually after cycling, but oddly enough, not recently. And I don't know why that is. Especially after that long cycle I did the other day. For the first time in ages, I'm not really having too much of a problem with that left-hand knee. And it's in the side. It is something to do with cycling for years and years. Obviously not professionally. I don't do anything professionally. Certainly not this show. How could anyone say this is a professional show? Thanks very much. Rachel wants another round of applause for the bingo. Thank you, Rachel. Yes, I'll give myself a round of applause for my technical achievements last night. It was really good last night. I had a great time. And again, if you were with us last night, you'll know that I'm hoping to speak to someone tomorrow who writes computer programs. He wrote the software that plays. He's a professional software. That's what he does. He writes programs for people, and he's contacted me and said, do you want me to try and write you a program? And so hopefully I'm going to be talking to him on the phone tomorrow afternoon, because there's other things that I want it to do. What I have is a basic, which it works fine, but I'd like something better. You know what I mean? I'd like something better. As long as it's not too expensive, that would be good. Morning to Sean Pye. Hello to you. Peter also used to go fishing in the Upper Lake in Sandhurst when he was 6. 1954, gosh. I don't know where that is, the Upper Lake in Sandhurst. There is actually a lake. There is a lake over there, but that's to the left, and that's not towards Sandhurst. That's towards Bagshot. I don't know where that lake is. Maybe, I don't know how far that would be to travel to that. Fran's half been listening as well. Have you called up yet? The Pop Masters, not Chris. Oh, I don't know what that means, Fran. Try that again, darling. That's don't know what you're saying there. Let's have a look there. Ooh, scrolling up a little bit there. Give some other people a little look on there. Chatting away there. No, you're chatting to each other. That's great, isn't it? All right. How many jackets have you got? I don't know, really. There's a few. I've collected them over the years. Now, who was having a problem? Mick's been having a problem with his messaging system. And I think you've got the same problem as me, Mick, because my thing doesn't refresh. As I say, my numbers don't change, which is a bit odd, really. Because I can't keep an eye on the amount of people doing the likes and what have you. We got 10 likes so far, boys and girls. We're looking for 15 likes today so that I can show you some of the photographs that have come in. We've got like 4 sets of photographs come in today. So if you want to look at those, you need to click the thumbs up button. And when I notice that we've got 15, we will show you those pictures there. Okay. Morning to James Humble. Colin Kay's there as well. Morning to you too. Good. So that's the news there. Let's do a couple of stories for you there. Raffle. £5 a ticket. And you can win a cottage. Wow. And this cottage is beautiful, actually. This is in the Daily Mirror this morning. A couple are selling their gorgeous 2-bedroomed cottage in a raffle for just £5 a ticket. Now, I've heard these stories before. People raffling off cottages and bungalows all over the place. I don't know what the legalities of that are. Not quite sure. You know, what if you only sell 2 raffle tickets? Have you still got to sell it? Anyway, these couple, and they're quite young. Kathleen, she's 33, Ryan, 41, first purchased the property in 2018 and began the slow renovation process. They've done it up. After 2 years of laborious 14-hour days, or rather than me, I hate DIY. You know I hate it. The couple have finally transformed the once tired and old-fashioned property into a luxurious, peaceful home. But now they're looking to sell the home in a competition in a bid to raise money for charity. The cottage can be found in North Wales on the Lynn. I don't know what that says. I think that's a misprint. The cottage can be found in North Wales, just on the outskirts of Snowdonia National Park. Now, I haven't been there. That's supposed to be beautiful. Doesn't Theresa May go walking there? I think Theresa May walks there. It was originally built in the 1800s and was a traditional working barn before it was converted into a family home. Has anyone here done up a cottage or something like that? I'm not talking about a little bit of painting. Have you done big renovations? I don't know, replaced a roof or what's that thing where the house starts leaning over? That thing that you have to do underpinning. Anyone done anything like that? Now the property boasts a dining area which leads onto a bespoke kitchen, as well as 2 good-sized double bedrooms, both of which have stunning views. There's nothing better, is there, than waking up and being able to see out the window a stunning view of some sort. I don't think you'd ever get bored of it. I look out my window and I can't see the other houses. They're kind of hidden by the trees. All I can see is like trees and green. I feel very lucky, the outlook from both. I've got 2-bedroom windows. I've got dual aspect. The side one I had put in about 5 or 6 years ago because that was just wall. So I had 2 windows put in and they didn't cost me anywhere near what I thought it would cost. 2 windows, one in the hall. Because, there's the hall, there's a wall there, there's my bedroom, there's the hall. And I'm on the end, okay? I had 2 windows, one put there and one put there. There was already a window there and already a window there. What a difference that made. So bright in my bedroom now. And I open my eyes and I look out the window and there's the trees and all the green. It's beautiful. And little birds flying around and things like that. Oh, I've got a feeling there's a pigeon's nest up on my roof, in between the roof and the solar panel, because there's a gap there, and the cooing, coo, coo. The cooing it was very loud this morning, and I'm looking out and I can't find it. It seemed to be coming from above my head, so I think there might be a pigeon's nest. A pigeon. There's a pigeon in your box. Do you remember that? That was Phone Jacker, wasn't it? There is a pigeon in your box. Do you remember that? Phone Jacker, hilarious program on Channel 4. So this bloke answers a call. It's a sketch, and it's a bloke on the other end. Hello, with Nigerian accent. This is your bank. I can't do accents. This is your bank. I'm ringing to ring you about your bank account. We need your bank detail. There is a pigeon in your box. We need to clear out the pigeon, get your money, and put it into another box. And the bloke's saying, what do you mean there's a pigeon? There is a pigeon in your box. Sounds more Chinese than Asian. Never mind. It's so funny that... Anyway, I think there might be a pigeon nesting in between the solar panel and the roof. But Mark, the window cleaner, I'm getting him to clean my solar panels this week, so he'll be able to have a look at that. Back to this story. The couple called the 2-year renovation a wonderful experience as they look back on their progress, but Ryan admits it's been quite a journey. It took 18 months. It was long, hard days from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m, and it's been very much a hands-on project. The bathroom, completely ripped out, now features a luxurious roll-top bath, built-in shower overhead. Wow. And there's various pictures of this place. It looks absolutely delightful. It's got the fireplace with the log burner there as well, and loads of rocks. He says we definitely don't want to give the impression that this kind of renovation is really easy. Tell me about it, mate. You know, I find painting a wall extremely difficult. I really do. Or even worse, a ceiling. The paint goes everywhere when I'm doing it. Now, I know that these professional paint type people, and probably some of you do DIYs out there, you probably paint a ceiling, and I'm sure that you put a dust sheet back and there's a few speckles of paint. If I do it, practically half the can is on the floor. And I wouldn't have bothered with a dust sheet. I'll just wipe that off later. Well, it doesn't work like that, does it? I think that's wonderful. It says if you're looking to get involved with the couples competition, there's a website designated to sale titled Quelling Dream. That's, if you want to write this down, I'll spell it to you in a second. Get a pen. With a tagline, £5 could change your life. The competition is now open with a target of 80,000 entries, and the winner will be revealed on September the 30th. If you've got a fiver to spare, this may well be for you. You could own a cottage for £5 in Wales. How beautiful. And the sale is called Quelling Dream. That's CWELLYN Dream. 2 words. And you're looking for the tagline, £5 could change your life. I'm just going to type that into Google and see what happens. Quelling Dream. Win a cottage. Comes up straight away. In fact, the whole website is QuellingDream.com. I'll tweet this for you. Oh, my knee hurts. That's funny. I was just no, it's the other one now. Okay, I'll just tweet that for you on the Twitter thing. The Twitter, okay? That's why I usually tweet stuff. There we are. And you can have a look at that. Twitter.com/Chris Reardon UK is where you'll find me on the Twitter. Let's see if I can put it into the live stream as well for you. There you go. All right, that should come up there, I reckon. See what happens, and you'll be able to see it there, all right? Congratulations to Trevor Campbell. He's lost 1.5 stone from dieting, just eating pasta and fish. Yes, a lot of people don't realise pasta. That's one of the Slimming World things, pasta. You're allowed to eat as much as you want. And I think the general thing in your head is you can only eat so much. Pasta is very filling. As you well know, if you've had like pasta and something for lunch, often come dinner time, you're not really that hungry, are you? That happened to me yesterday, actually. I wasn't hungry at all yesterday. And last night, after the show, I went downstairs. I think I watched the news or something like that, but I had a FaceTime. And I just did a tin of Heinz tomato soup. And a couple of bits of toast. That's all I had last night. Didn't want anything else. Peter was working on the Leaning Tower of Pizza once underpinning. It failed a bit. I wouldn't be doing a DIY program, no. All right. Andy thinks we were giving away a cottage. No, I'm afraid not. Just a fridge magnet. Just a fridge magnet. Morning to Terry. Thank you very much. That's great there. What else have we got there? Michael Lawrence is there this morning. What else have we got there? Where are we on the Trust League then, Chris? Way down, I'm afraid, Peter. How do I know you? I don't know you, do I? Only from what you chat away on here. Gareth Loxton, morning to you. I don't look a day over 55. Thanks very much. I look much younger than that, and you damn well know it. Bloomin' cheek. Bloomin' cheek. All righty. How are we doing on the likes? Have we got enough likes yet for those photos? Now, who's talking about diets there? Trevor was talking about diets there. Let's just do this story, and then I'll check the likes again for you. I need 15 likes, and I'll show you the thing. But if you think a vegetarianism does help... Oh, I've just closed the story. Which one have I closed now? Oh... Actually, I think it's the story I wanted to read. Morning to Maureen. Morning, Maureen. I think it's the story I wanted to read that I've just closed. Oh. I've closed a few stories accidentally now. Oh, what an idiot. How do I do this now? Let's reopen closed tab. Does that work? Nope, not that one. Reopen closed tab. Not that one. Reopen closed tab. No. Damn. Oh, slip of the blooming finger there, and that's cost me a couple of stories. From memory, from memory, the story was, you know, the hairy bikers, they've both lost a lot of weight because they bought out a vegetarian cookbook. They bought out some vegetarian cookbook and they swear by that, and that's how they've managed to lose, I think, 1.5 stone, either between them or each. I read this story earlier, which was going to bring you today, but I've closed it. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. Where was it? I think it was the Daily Mirror. Possibly the Daily Mirror. But where is the question? Hairy bikers, vegetarian. Let's see if we get it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, no, that's just advertising their book. Yes. Nope. That's not the one. That's an old story, that is. Anyway, I saw somewhere that the hairy bikers had gone vegetarian and managed to lose a load of weight. I got to be honest with you. For me, I don't think the vegetarian thing works unless you literally stick to vegetables. Okay? Crisps, chocolate biscuits, all vegetarian things. Crisps, chocolate biscuits, bread, stuff like that. That's all vegetarian. But no, if you eat that stuff, you won't be losing any weight, you know? So be warned about that. Just because you've stopped eating meat and you're eating vegetarian type things, I don't know, lentils, Linda McCartney sausages, that sort of thing. You know, if you're then finishing off with a couple of slices of bread and wiping around your plate and perhaps a little bit of ice cream, you know, vegetarian ice cream, it's all vegetarian ice cream, isn't it? If you're finishing off with stuff like that, you're not going to lose the weight. All right? So I took note of that this morning, and I keep putting it on a bit. Although I seem to have stabilised. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago I said I was 13 stone 7? I weighed myself this morning. I'm quite pleased, actually. It hasn't gone up. I'm 13 stone 7. So I think I've probably found the amount that I can eat without putting weight on. But to go back down again, you've got to eat less than you need, haven't you, of course? Jason, part of his 5 a day are pints. I'm sure they are. There is a God, says Scrap It Man. Yes, he is. And he does a show for you every day, Gary. What was the bird called with the red tufts? Don't know. We didn't find out. We've still got suggestions coming through, but no. We don't know what that little bird was, unfortunately. Jason's living on apples at the moment. Cider. Eating biscuits, you're all right with that? Well, Fred, I had some last night, chocolate biscuits. I had 5 chocolate biscuits before I came to do the bingo last night. That's rather naughty, isn't it? Right. Okay, we've got enough likes now. Let's show you these pictures, boys and girls, all right? Pictures coming up now for you. First of all, and sometimes there's a little story to go with them as well. Just a reminder, gang, from today, okay, from today, you will only be able to get a raffle ticket while the show is live. At any time during the show, okay, you may email in for a raffle ticket to that email there. You could do it now if you wanted to. Or you can use the text number, okay, to apply for a raffle ticket. If you do it by text, I will read you out your raffle ticket towards the end of the show. If you want to send a text now, up to you. And then when we do the tickets at the end of the show, that's fine. Or, as most of you do, you can wait until the end of the show when I say who wants a raffle ticket and then ask for one. So that's from today. You will only be able to ask for a raffle ticket while the show is live, because it was becoming too much work at this end to deal with everything as it's coming in right throughout the day. All right, my darlings? So that's from today. Where is it now? This came from Sandra. I think it came from Sandra. There we go. Here we go. Right, okay, let's show you these pictures today. First of all, this is Paul Petty. There we go. Paul Petty has been playing bingo now for 9 weeks. Also, the whole family, including his daughter, Luisa from Germany. And here's Paul with his win last week. He won a pen. That's not bad, is it? So I would have posted that on the Monday, and he had it, I don't know what day it arrived, actually. He had it by Sunday. So very pleased about that, Paul. And look at that beautiful dog. There's 1 or 2 of you here that loves dogs. My sister loves dogs. That's probably why you're watching this show. You like dogs, is it? Is that why? Look at that beautiful dog. Give him a little kiss or a lick on his ear. Perhaps chewing his earlobe. Who likes to chew people's earlobes? Is that you? Are you an earlobe chewer? So thanks very much. That's Sandra Petty sending a picture of Paul in there. And they all play the bingo each and every week. So well done there. That's lovely. Lovely picture there. Thanks very much for that. That's one. What else have we got here? We got a picture of John and Matt. Now, John won the clock in the bingo. 1, 2, I think 3. I think it must be 3 weeks ago now. He wanted to show this picture last night, but we've already showed it once. So once I show a picture, I take it off. Otherwise, you just get more and more stuff clogging up the computer, and it gets a bit hard to work your way around it there. So here's a picture of John and Matt with their win. Okay, well done, chaps. They won last night. No, 3 weeks ago that was. There's the clock. We haven't got any more of those left now. No more of those left, I'm afraid. Okay. So that's that one there. Thank you to John and Matt. They're in Brixton, actually. They're in Brixton in London. We got Mick. Mick has sent in some more photos. There we are, or one Mick. Now, this is very sad, really. Very, very sad, really. Mick thinks... Mick thinks he's made one of our brand new prize mugs. Okay? Now, I want you to look carefully at that picture. For a start, as you can see, it's a sticker. Now, look carefully at the top. Can you see how it's not quite part of the cup, is it? It's just a sticker stuck on a rather tatty-looking old white cup, and not particularly straight either, I don't think he's spent much time and effort doing that, to be honest. Now, in complete comparison, have a look at one of our prize cups at the moment, and you'll see, look, there's no ledge there. No ledge. I mean, to be quite honest, I think that cup is possibly quite dangerous that he's created there. You know, you could easily break your nail in between the sticker and the cup there, couldn't you? On the absolutely dreadful job. Dreadful job. You could break your nail on the ledge. And also, look carefully at it. It's not a bingo winner's cup, is it? Look. Can you see? What does that say there? I know it's a little bit blurred out because the writing's a bit small. I'm a Chris Reardon winner. But, Mick, with that cup, I'm afraid, you are a loser. You are a dreadful job. God, I thought I was bad at DIY. Then I saw Mick's cup, and I can't believe he had the audacity to send it in. Awful. But it's not a winner's cup. Once again, look carefully. Look carefully. Even the picture's different. Honestly, it's like buying a Chinese copy of a Ralph Lauren t-shirt or something like that. No, it's a different picture. Different picture. Different picture. Different time on the clock. Different date. Dreadful. Absolutely ghastly. Anyway, I won't be showing any more of those, my love. Awful. Morning, Adrian. Morning to you. And finally, one more picture that's coming from the delightful Shania. Shania won the Super Chatters raffle. Shania won the Super Chatters raffle last week, and that was our last clock that we had left. She won. She won, and I was amazed that she won because I know there was some kind people out there who've been sending quite a lot of tips in last week, and I thought a particular person was going to win it with the amount of tickets he's shown. But as you know, all fair and square, I bring the big jar over and I show you what's going on. You know, there's no funny business, and her ticket came out all fair and square. And here's a picture, and she got her clock the next day on the Isle of Wight. Christ, those pigeons must be flying fast. It all works from pigeons, doesn't it? Pigeons. They pick up the parcels. Sometimes, I mean, with heavy parcels, I think you get 4 or 5 pigeons to carry it over. And they go flapping across the Solent, flapping across the Solent, nearly bumping into Allen Bay, where the coloured sands are. Don't nick the coloured sands. Please don't do that if you're going to the Isle of Wight. They've only got so much left. People keep nicking the coloured sands, don't they? Eh? And she received her clock. There's her and her dad. Look at that. And the stickers as well. Someone bought her stickers. Wasn't it Sean Pye bought stickers for her? Possibly. There you go. Morning, Mr. Media Mate. Morning to you. Good day to you. There you go. Look at that. Lovely picture. Shania and her dad. Shania on the right there is head of the Catholic Church on the Isle of Wight, boys and girls. All right. So there we go. A few pictures for you there on the show today. Right, we're going to do the raffle after this story. Look who's been cutting her own hair. The Queen. The Queen is doing her own hair. Of course she can do her own hair. She can do anything. Queen is very, very intelligent lady. I'm a big, big fan of the royals, as you know. I have a picture over there on the wall. It's kind of a little bit out of view over there. But, yes, in the Daily Mail today, the Queen has been looking after her own hair while self-isolating at Windsor Castle, according to a royal source. This is in the Mail this morning. I didn't think she was at Windsor Castle, though. I thought she was somewhere else. But nevertheless, this is what the Mail says. Her Majesty, who is now 94 years old. We love the Queen. You see the blooming loony left out there? What they say about the royal family. Dreadful people, dear. It's just jealousy, that's all it is. The Queen doesn't actually own anything, does she? We own it all, if you see what I mean. She just looks after it. Wonderful lady. Dedicated her entire life to looking over scumbags like us. Her Majesty, 94, impressed royal fans with how good her looks looked during her 2 recent televised addresses to the nation, including her coronavirus-related speech in April and her VE address on May the 8th. Now Royal Insider has revealed that the monarch has styled her own hair since a hairdresser isn't available and has been doing it for decades, according to The Sun on Sunday. The Queen is staying at the Berkshire estate, just down the road from me, incidentally. I'm in the same area as the Queen here. Oh, yes, dear. We're not at some blooming tiny little place in, I don't know, in Hertfordshire or Surrey. Berkshire she is. And a lot of people don't realise the Queen is actually posher than Claire is. And that is saying something. The Queen is actually posher. Claire comes out of all this. Oh, I live in Surrey. The Queen and me live in Royal Berkshire, darling. Just down the road of Windsor Castle. A royal insider has revealed that the monarch has styled her own hair since the hairdresser isn't available and has been doing it for decades. Well, I didn't know that, according to The Sun on Sunday. She's with her husband. I mean, Philip's 98, isn't he? 98. And a devoted team of 22 staff amid the UK's lockdown. I don't know what you think about Prince Philip. I think he's hilarious. The stuff he comes out with, you know. And liberal lefties are going, oh, you can't say that. Oh, that's really offensive. No, it's not. It's funny. It's funny. Her Majesty has done her own hair for years at Balmoral. That's where I thought she was, during her summer holidays. And she's so used to it, said the source. She washes, dries and sets it herself. And she's very good at it. She's had lots of practice and she knows exactly what to do. It's typical of her that she just keeps calm and makes the best of things. Wonderful. She's been carrying on at Windsor because no outsiders are allowed into the castle to protect her and the Prince Philip, who's 99 next month. Wow. For 23 years, the Queen's hairdresser has been London-based Ian Carmichael. I wonder how much he charges for a quick shave. Ian, I might look him up. All right, Ian, how much to shave my head? That'd be £800, please. I might give him a tip, though. I'm very good at tipping. You know, so if I was paying him, he would receive £800 and 20 pence. Always good to give a tip, darling. Always good. He normally goes to Buck Palace on Windsor Castle, or Windsor Castle, at least once a week to attend to the royals' hair. Oh, she has it done more often than me. I do this once every 2 weeks, as you know. He has also accompanied Her Majesty on overseas visits to make sure she looks the part when appearing with foreign leaders and dignitaries. So she does it all herself. Well, there's a surprise, isn't there? I didn't know the Queen cut her own hair, but she does. Well, doesn't cut her own hair. She styles it herself. I mean, do you think I could do with a bit of styling there? Rachel has been to Bearwood College in Berkshire. It was my husband's mum's boarding school. Gosh, I don't know anyone that goes to boarding school. That's quite an old-fashioned thing. I suppose they still exist, don't they, boarding schools? I don't know much about those, actually. Trevor, did she put a bowl over her head and cut round it? Peter Wright's feed is jumpy again. You want to sort your computer out, Peter. There's nothing wrong this end. No one else is moaning. It's only you finding faults again. Check your computer. Is it an old computer? That's probably why it is. No one's having a problem this morning, only you. The Queen already did a live feed the other day. He made a right pig's ear of it. Did she do her hair cutting? Will she send her a birthday card when she gets to 100? No, we must all send the Queen a birthday card. Thank you. Morning to LaBelle joining us there. All right. Morning, LaBelle. Morning to you, LaBelle. Did we say hello to Maureen this morning joining us in London there? Good morning, Maureen. Your emerald-eyed garden of magic, Eden of magic is here again. There we are. Right. Okay, shall we do this week's raffle? Let's do the raffle. Let's do the raffle. Here's all your tickets in there, boys and girls. Let's mix them all up. Someone's going to win a fridge magnet. Peter Wright, £2 super chat for joining the show 1 hour late. Let me just hold on to those. Let's give Peter a couple of pink raffle tickets. This is for the mug, okay? Peter gets 2 free raffle tickets for the mug. The draw for the mug is on Thursday. That's not today's raffle, okay? Peter Wright. Peter Wright. What was I going to say? I'm going to say something to you, Peter. Yeah, just check you haven't got too many things open on your computer. Okay, that may be making it jumpy as well. There you go. 2 free raffle tickets for Peter Wright. 283 and 284 in there. Put those there. In they go. Thanks very much for the tip this morning, Peter. Adrian, the Queen didn't use the bowl because the crown... She used the crown and cut round it. I like that one. I like that. Right, here's your raffle tickets for this week's raffle. Happening right now, gang, okay? Happening right now. Someone is about to win a fridge magnet. Nothing up my arms. Nothing in this hand at all. Nothing in this hand at all. I'm not about to drop a raffle ticket in my hand. All right, there we go. By the way, as always, gang, if you really think it's a fix, please don't ask for another raffle ticket. If you think that, well, there's no point in you playing it if you think it's all fixed. Okay, Michael Lawrence wants the mug. He's got a couple of tickets for Thursday, haven't you, darling? John Aitken, good morning to you. Well done for getting out of bed. Well done for surviving another night and not dying, John. I'm very pleased for you, dear. All right, okay, righty ho. Let's do the let's play the drum roll and we'll pull a ticket. I've just noticed that why is the sound coming out louder than one side than the other? That's funny. Anyway, here we are. Well, we've got a ticket. We've got a ticket. There we are. I have a ticket. Okay, it's ticket number 231. All right, who has ticket number 231? It's up to you to claim it. I don't read the name. All right, 231. Are you here with us this morning? Ticket number 231. We'll just wait for that. Now, all those tickets now go in here. All the tickets, both this raffle and Thursday's raffle, go in here for the once a month super draw. Okay, once a month super draw, which happens on the last day of the month or a day either side of it if we're not here that day for whatever reason. Okay, so they all go in here with the rest of these. There you go. Give them a little shake around. Give a shake about. You do the hokey cokey and it turns around. That's what it's all about. Okay. Come on, who's got ticket number 231? Ticket number 231. I hope you've been writing your numbers down. Ray Reynolds has been to Wicks, which was quiet. Well, already this morning, B&Q was okay. Finally, home base, where the car park was full and a long queue, so drove straight out. Yes, we have a home base here. It's the same. It's the same. Very, very strange. Very, very strange. I don't know why that is. Yeah, home base. I mean, the queue literally goes right round the car park. There we are. Anyone got 231? Who's got ticket number 231? Anyone? Not me, not me, not me. Andy was close there. You can put your ticket numbers up there now. That's okay. No problem with that. No? Anyone? 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 If you claim and it's not you, then you get taken out of the raffle, I'm afraid. You can't make a mistake on that. You need to write those ticket numbers down. Give us a little flash of the rear of the ticket. You'd love a flash from me, wouldn't you, Dan? I know you would. Peter, Paul Daniels draw. What if I did? Oh, don't get that. If I did, don't get that. Okay. Yeah. Wasn't Michael? Wasn't Amelia? Was it Andy? Was it Amelia? Was it Rachel? Anyone? No? No one claiming that? 231? Maybe you're not there. Maybe you're not there. You're watching a recording of the show. If you're watching a recording of the show and you want to claim, no problem. Just send us an email. And we'll do that. Paul and Lou, we're just... let's just do a story while you're looking at your tickets. I think some people are looking at their tickets as well. What's that there? Oh, that's the. I think something's gone wrong with my news stories. There's a comet coming. All right, I love celestial events, don't you? Stars in the sky and all that business. I love anything like that. Well, there's a comet coming, boys and girls, and you should be able to see it. I wrote it on my calendar. Saturday. Okay, so in the Daily Mirror today, there's a comet coming and it will be visible in the UK until mid-June. It's believed to be the brightest comet we'll see in 2020. The last comet I saw was, it must have been about 25 years ago now, somewhere around that period. And it was perfectly visible in the sky for weeks. I remember that. Every night I used to go out and look at this thing with the naked eye. No binoculars required. It was beautiful. Beautiful. Well, there's another one coming. This is Comet Swan, first discovered in late March in images. The Royal Astronomical Society explained comets are made up of rock and ices and can be anything from the size of mountains as big as the Isle of Wight. For most of their orbits, comets are far away from the sun, travelling through the cold of space, and they are dormant. When they come closer, things change, they heat up, the ice turns to gas, and jets of gas and dust stream out from the comet's surface. Radiation, and it goes on to tell us all about it. We do have one or two people on here who look at stars and all that sort of thing. I've got a lovely pair of binoculars I recently bought, and I've been over. There's a clearing in the forest called Caesar's Camp, and you can go there and look up, and you can see so much more. But you look up into the sky, clear sky, obviously, and there's one star. Put your binoculars there, and it's surrounded by lots of other little stars that you can't see with your naked eye. It's amazing, really. Amazing. Comet Swan, it says, is fairly bright, but fading, and the best chance to see the UK is the last week in May, which is now, through to early June. Now, from the map, it looks, I don't know if that's a plough or not, it looks like it's quite near the tail of the plough. It looks like it's quite near the tail of the plough, and it's at the horizon. So if you find the plough and go kind of down, it should be along that bottom there, going from there to the, sort of, one way to the other. You won't see it moving. It just appears static in the sky. It is moving slowly. If you was to go out and you saw it at 10 o'clock at night and 1 o'clock at night in the morning, then it will have moved. But just sit there and try and watch it moving. You won't see that because it looks like it's going slow. Although of course it's going through the air at thousands of miles an hour, isn't it? It says, with the help of a pair of binoculars, the comet should be visible in the northwestern sky after sunset, fairly close to the horizon. So you've got to see that. I mean, I wish I was at the caravan again, really, because it's being Lincolnshire, it's just flat. You can see so much of the sky where my caravan is. It says, if you don't have binoculars, don't panic. There's a chance you may be able to see the comet with the naked eye. Lucky viewers may even be able to see it with the naked eye alone. Some astronomers in the southern hemisphere have already done this, but the bright twilight sky and the low altitude of Comet Swan won't make it that easy. So you're better off with a pair of binoculars if you've got some of those somewhere. Might be the way to go there. All right, has anyone claimed this yet? Let's have a little quick look there. Peter, watch when you hoover around them tickets. Yeah, William had 222. 231, yay. Who's 51516? Who is that? 51516. Who are you? Don't know who you are. There's no name there. Okay. Yeah, that is an odd name, isn't it? 51516, Rachel. Very strange and mysterious, dear. Knickers. Girls, chuck away your knickers. Chuck away your knickers now. In the sun this morning, an out-of-work lingerie model. And looking at the beautiful, delightful ladies we have on here, there's a lot of you lovely girls that could do lingerie modelling. I can tell. We don't want these tiny little skinny things. Have you seen them? They're models. All skin and... Rib cages sticking out. What is that all about? Looks awful. And they have made themselves look like that because these dumbos who want to do all this fashion stuff on stages have told them that's what they want them to look like. So they starve themselves. It's awful, isn't it? It's awful. No, we want to see a little bit of shape there, my darlings. An out-of-work lingerie model has hung up her knickers to become an asparagus picker due to the virus pandemic, because we can't get people in at the moment to do all our picking. Jobs are available, you lazy people. Go and get a job picking stuff. Not an easy job. Don't think it's easier bending down and picking up stuff. I do 2 weeds in my garden and I've had enough. I get a lot of cones drop into my garden as well. You bend down, pick up 2 of those, that's it, I've got to have a rest. It's not easy picking stuff. Really isn't. Aniko Michnova is used to a glamorous life doing photo shoots for La Senza, I don't know what that is, Books Avenue, no idea, Marks and Spencer's and Debenhams. And she says, but the down-to-earth blonde beauty has moved out of her West London home and into a caravan on a farm to pick and pack vegetables. She's on the minimum wage of £8.72 an hour and does up to 10-hour shifts. 10 hours of bending down. Well, full credit to her for doing that. Someone's got to do it. Otherwise we'll all sit here starving. We need to buy more tins quickly. Does anyone buy tinned vegetables? You know you can get mixed vegetables in a tin. Anyone buy those? That'd be quite a good thing to stock up on, wouldn't it? I wonder how much they are. I don't even know how much they are. I've got loads of frozen vegetables like that. I haven't got any tinned mixed vegetables. I wonder how much they are. She's on the minimum wage, £8.72 an hour, does 10-hour shifts to earn £2,000 a month, which isn't a bad wage, is it? What she previously raked in the day as a model. She's 32, now wears a bin bag to gather mucky veg for up to 10 hours daily on Cobury Farm near Ross-on-Wye in Herefordshire. In a video of her posing in her new daily get-up, Aniko was asked how she feels in her new outfit. Some sort of bin bag. She jokingly replied, I feel amazing. This is my life dream to wear a bin bag. Actually, one of the artists I used to put on the stage, who will remain nameless, she had this black outfit on once and it looked like a bin bag. So I brought her on. Wearing a bin bag this evening, please welcome... Hey, we did the show. After the show, I went into the... dressing room to say thanks for it. She weren't happy. What's all this noise, dear? Just a moment. She weren't happy at all. Oh, can you not say I've spent a long time doing... She didn't get the joke. Why don't people get jokes? Why is that? Poor Simon Keane. He spends his entire life he just dishes out jokes, and he don't get the response that he deserves, really. Poor Simon Keane, like when he was doing karaoke, he doesn't do it anymore. He gave up in the end because people were so unappreciative of the effort that he went to, you know. They just gave up. It's a bit different in a live situation, you know. I think it's very different in a live situation. You can't get away from it. Whereas here, you know, if I get really fed up, I just don't look anymore. It's so much easier. It goes on the story. She was determined to work on a farm and she applied to scores of jobs as a produce picker. There's an awful lot of jobs at the moment looking for people to go and pick vegetables and fruit. It's only a temporarily thing, but if you're a bit fit and you can do this sort of thing, why not? You know, money in the pocket. She said, I applied through many, many websites. I went through all the big recruitment agencies. I filled out a ton of applications. I even had a spreadsheet so I could keep track on how many places and where I had applied. I started the journey, and she goes on about her story there. So that's great. So that's great there. All right. Okie doke. Now, let's have a little look there. Peter, are you starving yourself, Chris? I should do, really. I should do, really. Fran, proper veggies, do you good, not tinned. Yeah, I'm kind of on that thing there. Morning to Chris Woodhouse. Good morning, Chris. Morning to you, sir. We're all going to have a lovely day here. Don't worry about that. Morning to Dr. Gregorian. Morning to you. Scrolling up there. Let's have a look there. All people are wishing Daniel congratulations. Let's have a look. What's that? Daniel Holmes had 231. Daniel Holmes had 231. I don't think so, Daniel. I don't think so, Sunshine. No, incorrect. Incorrect. Oh dear, Daniel, that means you won't be able to get any tickets this week now. You haven't got 231. Why have you claimed? You've claimed on the off chance, haven't you? You've forgotten your ticket numbers and you thought, oh, I'll give it a go. Now you've been barred from the raffle, Daniel. It's outrageous. You need to know whether you've got that ticket or not. I did say that. LaBelle, people don't get jokes when they don't have a similar sense of humour you have. No, I don't think they do. Look at all these people congratulating him. He hasn't won. It's not his name on the ticket. Your name's not in. You're not coming in. Tin mix reds range from 35 pence upwards. Is that all, Andy? That's good, isn't it? That's very, very good. Very, very good. Very, very good indeed. Oh, dear Daniel. Paul and Lou. Oh, gosh. Jason, there's a few in our street who could do with doing a day's work. Lazy gits. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. There we go. Do you get my joke, says Peter? Yes, of course I do. Can't read all of them out. I try and give everyone a fair crack of the whip on the messages. It's just impossible to read them all out. Okay. Or Daniel says, I stand corrected. It was 278. What do you think, boys and girls? Does he get... I'll leave it. You can today be judge and jury. Should Daniel get tickets this week or not? Yes or no? Now, that's quite easy, isn't it? Even for some of you on here, just give me a yes or no answer. Should Daniel... But I think that was a guess. I think he's lost his tickets and he thought, I'll chance it. What do you think? Should look, they are tutting coming from the great Fran there. Fran is queen of... There we go. Fran is queen of tutting. There you go. I've got a job for you, Fran. Your job is queen of tut. Oh, no, I've lost my jobs list, haven't I? Somewhere. We might have to create another one. Queen of... Oh, hang on. What's this here? So many bits of paper here. What's this? Oh, no, that's the... There we go. There we go. Michael Lawrence says yes, he should. Jason says no. Jason says rules are rules. I've never won the thing. No. Yes. Yes. Oh, hang on. I better write these down, haven't we? No. I think he's trying it on. Not even close. No. No raffle ticket for you this week. Now, who was it again? I'll have to make sure it's his number there. Make his number there. Or is it very, very naughty? I told you, don't guess. Don't guess. If you haven't written your number down, then you haven't written your number down. Thank you, Daniel Holmes. I'm just make a... Can someone make a note of that name, please? Daniel Holmes. No raffle tickets this week. Because if I don't do that, someone has to try it on next week. You know that. You know that. Mark Bowles did it the other week, but he was very lucky before I brought that rule in. Each week, a brand new rule, boys and girls. We need a book. Oh dear, Daniel. Can we have some tutting, please? Can we have some tutting in the chat box this morning? Oh, I'm being particularly naughty today. I haven't got water to take my pills this morning, but that's okay. We're nearly done now. Oh, dear we are. Shania is abstaining from the vote because she is Catholic and she doesn't feel she has the right to judge anyone. Is that right, Shania? As the Pope says. As the Pope said. Now, who was it going on at the Pope? Going on about gay rights. One of the gay lefties was going on about to the Pope for gay rights. And he just turned round and says, who am I to judge? Fantastic answer. Fantastic answer. Right. Right, yeah, but we don't know it's an honest mistake, Daniel, my darling. So no tickets for you this week, I'm afraid, because you've been, Tut tut. Look, all the tuts there. Rules is rules, mate. Rules is rules. A mistake is a mistake. It's like, if I was to park my car by mistake outside Buckingham Palace now, it would be towed away. I couldn't go to the place and say, oh, it was an honest mistake, could I? All right, let's do today's raffle tickets, gang. The next raffle is on Monday. Sorry, Daniel. I'll have to bar you out for 1 week, okay? I'm sure you understand. Rules is rules. Rules is rules. They get very upset here if I change rules and go back on something I've said. They get really fed up with that. Really fed up with that, all right? All right. Anyone want a raffle tickets for next week's fridge magnet? And this one hasn't been claimed. It might get claimed by email, we'll see. If it doesn't get claimed, it just goes back in the pot for next time. Paul and Lou hasn't been so angry about the raffle since yesterday's press conference with Boris. Thank you, Jason. 323 for Jason Hughes. 323 for Jason Hughes. Oh, gosh, where's that gone now? That jumped up quickly. There's Claire, 324. Claire L, 324. Peter Wright, 325. Diane Jebb, 326. Paul and Lou, 327. Amelia, 328. Morning, Amelia. Have I said hello to you yet? Maybe not. Andy, 329. Shania, 330. Sean Pye, 331. Remember to write these numbers down, sweethearts, all right? Shania, 331. Sean, 332. Mick, 333. Peter Paliwoda. Do you not want a ticket, Peter? I can't hand it to someone else. You can only claim for your own ticket there. If you want a ticket, just say ticket, please, Peter Paliwoda. Colin Coates, 334. What's that? From the I don't know what that 231 is in the chat window. What chat window? I don't know what you mean there, Colin. Can you elaborate on that? Colin K, 335. Colin K. Rachel, 336. Rachel. Yes, write the numbers down. Tony K, 337. Sorry, Tony King, I beg your pardon. Tony King, 337. Mr. Media Mates, 338. This is for the raffle next Monday, okay? Mr. Media Mates, thank you, 338. Fran Green, 339. Right, anyone else? Have I missed anyone out for the raffle tickets? Please speak now, my darlings. Jerry from the Spice Girls. Jerry from the Spice Girls. You know that lovely Union Jack skirt she had on her dress? Well, Jerry Horner made her iconic Union Jack dress from a tea towel in the Metro this morning. When she was Ginger Spice, she looked incredible in the striking number, which she wore with red platform boots. Mel B, apparently one of the other Spice Girls. I wasn't a massive fan of the Spice Girls, I must say. She shared the snippet of the behind the scenes in a Channel 4 arts and crafts competition, The Fantastical Factory of Curious Craft. Mel, who was Scary Spice in the group, sat down with a chat with the host, Keith Lemon. Oh, I can't stand him. Can't bear him. To make finger puppets of the girl group. And she apparently made the dress out of a tea towel. Can you believe that? Talented people who can do that. I can do something like that. Maureen's just texted in. 314 for you, Maureen. 340 for you, Maureen. 340 for Maureen. Okay. All right. Let's have a look there. Colin, the 231 winner, is active in the chat box. I checked the previous shows. I'm really sorry, Colin. I still don't understand where you're coming from there. What does that mean? 3. I don't know what you mean. Try again. I'm not understanding. You need to write whatever it is you're trying to say. Do it in full, because I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say there, mate. All right? Shania knows who the winner is. Okay. Ah. So you've watched the show and found out who the winner is. Okay. All right, let's just carry on down here. So they know who the winner is. There might be one or two of you who want to watch one of the other shows then and see if you can find out what the ticket is. I won't give you a clue. It's up to you to claim the ticket. You know how this works now. Added excitement. Added excitement. Peter Paliwoda, 341. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, a little bit of a sneeze there. Shania, am I 330? Did I say 2 numbers for you? How did I do that? Shania. Shania is 331. Shania is 331. 33. Oh, I've given you 2 tickets there, Shania. How stupid am I? All right, your ticket number 331, Shania. How did I give you 2 tickets then? How mad is that? You're 331, Shania, okay? I'll just cross the other one off there. And Peter, I've done Peter. Peter is 341. Anyone else? Sean, I think I gave you 2 tickets. I didn't, did I? Nope, Sean is 332. Sean is 332. Do you want me to read these tickets out for you again? We're a bit confused there. Jason Hughes, 323. Claire L, 324. Peter Wright, 325. Diane Jebb, 326. Paul and Lou, 327. Amelia Dodd, 328. Andy, 329. Miss out the next one. Shania Steele, 331. Sean Pye, 332. Mick, 333, Colin Coates 334, Colin K 335, Rachel 336, Tony King 337, Mr. Media Mate 338, Fran Green 339, Maureen 340, Peter Paliwoda 341, and Luke Trot there. Morning, Luke 342. Make sure you write down those numbers. Luke Trot 342, and Michael Lawrence 343. Michael Lawrence 343. No, Rachel, you're 336, darling. Are you trying to are you winding me up now, all of you? David Fryer 344. This is mad. Right. Okay. All right. Okie doke. Let's do today's birthday. Shania, as head of the Catholic Church, it is my duty to be honest. Well done, Shania. It's birthday time, gang. Let's do the birthdays today. Happy birthday on this Monday, the 25th of May 2020, to Paul Winchcombe. He's a hairdresser in Australia. He used to live around here, actually. Morning, Paul. Lives in Sydney. Happy birthday to you, Paul. Steve Humphrey today is 35 years old. Will Power, happy birthday to you, Will. Is that a Spider-Man? No, is that like a Spider-Man outfit? Or is it just... It's a black and white. It's a very small photo. I think my eyes are failing. Happy birthday to the very delightful, one of my favourite people, actually. I haven't seen him for years, though. Ed Preston. Ed Preston. Good morning, Ed. Happy birthday to you. John Roberts' birthday. Morning, John. And Paul Edwards. Paul, you should have married me, darling. You should have married me in the end. Never mind. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Paul Edwards. Happy birthday to each and every one of you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All right, Trevor Campbell just asking for a late ticket there. 345 for you, Trevor. 345 is your ticket number there. Sean, your ticket number was 332 for Sean Pye. 332. Alrighty. Okay, boys and girls, thanks so much for joining us on the show today. I must rush downstairs and have my pills, and then I'll be posting off your various prizes. Do check back on one of the other shows. Ticket number 231 is today's winner and has not yet been claimed. Okay, if you don't claim it, I won't read out the name. If someone claims it, I'll let you know who it was. So you need to claim that. Okay, 231 is there. Watch back on the other shows if you want to check whether it was you or not. All I will tell you is that person is in the chat box with us today. Okay, it's someone there, so it's up to you to claim it. Do not claim it on the off chance, because then you'll be banned from the raffle for a week. All right, thanks a lot, gang. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning, round about the same time. Cheerio now.